Hi guys, I'm Kate, and you know what? I once believed that taste is passed on with genes like eye color, and therefore I will never be able to look as flawless as the girls on the covers. But several failed shopping sprees, a couple of daring photo shoots, and a whole notebook of observations turned the picture upside down. The style is not a miracle, but a trend too. Today, I will tell you how I grew it literally from scratch and why any of you can repeat the route even if there is currently a Latin music chaos in your wardrobe. First, I had to deafen my own eyes. 3 days without Pinterest and fashionable reels sounds scary, but it is this diet that sharpens vision. The brain stops comparing itself with other people's ideals and begins to notice the shape, silhouette, work of light. Already on the fourth morning, I saved 50 random shots in one go and then saw the magic. Almost each had a soft, muted background and an even vertical. It turns out that this is exactly the calm I've always lacked. This is how my first personal guideline appeared. Then I introduced the rule of 3 tones per month. I chose cream, graphite and dusty rose and allowed myself only these shades. It quickly became clear that the correct fit of the jacket and the density of the fabric make the image richer than any bright color. It was then that I felt how cotton holds the line of the shoulders and silk dissolves the volume where you want lightness. The cut and texture suddenly spoke louder than the moodly palette. But the main discovery happened in front of the mirror. I began to shoot short slow-mo videos where I run my palm over the fabric or lightly pinch the seam at the waist. In slow motion, you can see how the material breathes, how the light glides over the shine, where the fabric looks expensive and where it looks cheap. And this is how I grew the habit of editing yourself and not disgusting yourself. So my next advice is go to camera. It's your friend that will never lie to you. Photos and videos make you justify your choice, better than any fashion course. And now, some advice that I gained all this time. First, instead of chasing trends, assign one material for each season and try to study it down to the smallest nuances. In the summer, it could be linen. Take a shirt, shorts, and a thin scarf made of linen of different weaves, wear them alternately, and observe how the fabric reacts to the heat, how it wrinkles, how it behaves after steaming. In the fall, switch to tweed. Look closely at how the different thickness of the threads forms a herringbone pattern, where the tweed holds the shoulders and where it breaks the silhouette. In the winter, take cashmere, and in the spring, soft eco leather. This method works as a language practice. Instead of chaotic words, you thoroughly study one lexical topic. And year after year, you will not just recognize the fabrics by touch, but understand which style of this material will emphasize your figure and style. Next, put on a thing that you consider not your cup of tea. Let it be a loud neon, or hypertrophied sleeve, or an extra oversize. Take a photo in daylight without posing. Now, ask yourself 3 questions. 1. What is the first thing that catches your eye? 2. Why does this accent irritate me? 3. What would the opposite element look like? Let's say a neon jacket shouts out your face. That means you prefer a muted palette of the top or a softer texture. After such a reverse diagnosis, go to the store and look for the opposite of the irritating element. The method turns fashion fear into a specific technical task. Color, its muted analog. Power card, structured but not rigid, and excess volume to direct it by drapery. Next, every morning in front of your wardrobe, ask one question. What point of the body do I want to emphasize today? This could be the waist, collarbones, or ankles. Once you have chosen, all your decisions are subordinated to this goal. If it is a collarbone day, remove all bulky earrings, choose a V-neck and a thin chain, and leave your shoulders clean. This goal disciplines. The image stops falling apart into random details, and the accent leads your gaze where you need it. And the last but not least, once a week, add a detail to your look that only you can see. A silk scarf hidden by the collar of your coat, a thin chain bracelet under your sleeve, an ankle pendant hidden by a boot. The secret code works on a psychological level. The feeling of something beautiful for yourself automatically straightens your posture and makes your movements more confident. In addition, such practice trains attention to micro details. When you start choosing even invisible things consciously, then visible wardrobe elements stop being random. After a couple of months, you discover that any earring or button is selected by you not according to the principle of to suit your mood, but according to the logic of the overall image. So guys, thank you for watching to the end. Subscribe to stay up to date with new stories, ask questions in the comments, and let your wardrobe finally speak with your voice. Bye bye!